Hello everyone and welcome to Ms. Zainab's virtual class. I think I'm going to enjoy making these videos for you. So the reason why I'm making a different video from our live stream is that I think this will be an easier reference for you to study, from. And I think it's more beneficial than just saving the live stream video for you to watch, okay? So let's move on to our lesson. Let's start. Our lesson is irregular past verbs, okay? Something very simple and very easy. Let's see what we are going to discuss in this video. So, we are going to talk about two things, or we can say that we are going to answer two simple questions. Question number 1 here, it says, what are irregular past verbs? We are saying irregular past verbs, and repeating that. But what are they? Let's see. And question number 2 is, how are irregular past verbs formed? So we are going to answer on what they are and how we write them. Okay? Very simple, right? So before we start, I'm going to ask you to prepare a paper and a pencil. While watching this video, you are going to answer some practices, okay? So please pause the video, go prepare, and bring a paper and a pencil, okay? Okay, are we ready? Let's start. So first, we are going to talk about past tense. What is the past tense? Past tense or past verbs, they talk about old events or actions. I usually tell my students, past is old. The way you keep on repeating this, the more you keep on repeating this, it will sink in your head and you will remember it. So, past verbs, they talk about things or actions that happened in the past or that they are old. And we have two types of them. The first type is regular past verb that ends with D or ED. For an example, we have two verbs here. The first one is watch. Let's see. Watch is in the present. When we want to make it in the past, we add ed to it. So it becomes watched. Care is in the present. We want to make it in the past, so we add d to it and it becomes cared. The reason why we did not add ed here for care is because it already ends with an e, okay? As simple as that. Regular past verbs, what do they take in order to be past? They take D or ED at the end. That's it. Okay. What about the irregular verbs? Irregular verbs change their entire spelling. We don't add D or ED to them. No, they change completely. What happens is, for an example here, we have see. See is a present verb. If I want to make it in the past, the verb will change entirely. It's not going to be seed by adding ed to it or d. It's going to be saw. And we also have come. Come is another verb. If I want to make it in the past, it will be came. The spelling changed completely. So what happens to irregular past verbs? Let's see. Irregular past verbs, irregular past verbs, three things happen to irregular past verbs. I want you to remember this. They are very simple. First, the spelling changes, as we see here. Second, the pronunciation changes. Pronunciation means the way we say the word or the sound. And third, the same meaning remains. The meaning does not change. For an example, we have run. Run is in the present. If I want to make it in the past, it will be ran. The spelling changed, as we can see. The pronunciation, the way we say the word, changed, but the meaning is still the same thing, okay? So keep these 3 points in your head while you are answering irregular past verbs practices, okay? Is that simple? I think it is. Wow, what do you see? We are done with our first objective. So we answered the first question for today's video. Do you know what irregular past verbs are? Yes, we do. Let's revise. What are irregular past verbs? I'm going to say, number 1, they are verbs that change completely when they are in the past. What happens to irregular past verbs? Remember, we said the spelling changes, the pronunciation changes, but the meaning remains the same. Very simple, right? Okay, let's move on. Okay, so here we have some examples of irregular verbs. 4 simple examples. We have ran. Ran is the past verb of run. We also have went. Went is the past form of go. We have here wrote, which is the past form of write. We also have swam, which is the past form of swim. Very simple, right? Although these are not all the irregular verbs we have. We have much more than that, but I have chosen just a few of them, okay? They are very simple, right? Let's move on to our first practice. Yes, I'm so excited. Okay, for practice number 1, I want you to first prepare your paper and your pencil, okay? Do you have that ready? Very good. Okay, I want you to read the sentences slowly, okay? You will see a verb in pink and it is in its present form. I want you to change the pink verb to its irregular past form, okay? I want you to write your answers on your paper and you may pause the video, okay, to answer, and you have 1 minute. If you think 1 minute is a very little time, I'm telling you, it's more than enough time because it's very simple. Okay, are you ready? I know I am. Okay, so this is the practice. Let me explain before we start. We have here the word drive, which is a verb, and then the sentence is Mom blank very fast last night. Number 2, we have speak. Adam blank to his friends on the phone. Number 3, sleep. I blank in my bed yesterday. Number 4, drink. They blank some water before exercising. I want you to pause the video now and write your answers on the paper. Write the correct form of the pink verbs, okay? Let's start. Come on, pause the video now. Okay, are we done? I think you did good. Let's check our answers. Okay, before we go on to the next slide, please remember that even if some of your answers are not correct, it is totally okay because by practicing, we learn more and more, okay? So let's check our answers. The first sentence is, Mom drove very fast last night. Adam spoke to his friends on the phone. I slept in my bed yesterday. They drank some water before exercising. Very good. Did you get most of them correct or all of them? You are a very good student, by the way. Wow, would you see? We are ready for our second practice. Okay, so second practice is simple as well. we are going to read the words slowly. We are going to write down our answers on the paper. And please remember that the spelling will change, okay? You have 1 minute. I think you can do it. Let's go on. Okay, so this is our practice. What I want you to do is help these two monsters find the correct form of the following irregular verbs. We have 3 levels, okay? In level 1, we have 4 words: run, sit, ride, eat. Level 2, keep, fight, feel, leave. Level 3, make, find, hide, become. Pause the video now and write down the irregular form of these words on your paper. Come on, pause the video. Okay, are you done? I think you did wonderful. Let's check our answers. Ooh, let's see here. So, for level 1, run, ran, sit, sat, ride, rode, eat, ate. Are you checking your answers? I think you are. And if you did not check your answers, come on, start checking your answers with me. Keep, kept, fight, fought, feel, felt, leave, left, make, made, find, found, hide, hid, become, became. Very simple, right? You know what a good exercise is as well? If you will keep on repeating the words out loud, okay? It will help you with knowing the spelling. Okay, so now let me ask you, do you know how to form irregular past verbs? Do you know how to write them down? I think you do. You just proved you do. That is excellent. So, before we end our video, remember, I want you to remember these 3 points, okay? What happens to irregular past verbs? First, their spelling changes. Second, their pronunciation changes. And third, their meaning remains the same, okay? Please remember this while you are studying for irregular verbs because it's very simple. 3 simple points that will help you understand irregular past verbs. Oh, would you see? We have a challenge before we leave. Are you going to be able to fulfill the challenge? We will see. I'm challenging you. I want you to choose a story from your library, any story, and I want you to find 20 irregular verbs in it. Can you do that? I think you can. We will see. Okay. So, thank you so much for watching this video, my dear students. If you have any question about today's lesson, please don't hesitate to send me an email or you can talk to me on Google Classroom. Okay? Thank you so much. Bye.